Hey everyone, Caront here, welcoming you back to Wild Arms. In the last episode, we finished up Mount Zenom and faced the ugliest man spider on God's green earth. Ended up, well, not being able to save the statue, unfortunately, but we got a new rune out of it, and we got some new stuff, and headed out here toward the next statue, which is in Saint Centour. So, let's see if we can find it. Just basically gallivanting down here, and we've got a guy talking about amnesia. Gee, where have we heard that before, I wonder, huh? Alright, anyway. No, I didn't want to talk to you again. Move down here, and around the mountains, and we have the town of Saint Centour. Alright, well, decent looking place. Nice statues here. So let's head on in, and we can't get in? Uh-oh. What? I was pushed away. Sorry, we thought you guys were monsters. The town of Saint Centour is protected by a dimensional protection seal. Boy, that must be nice. The entire town wall is a charged barrier. It keeps the monsters out. Are you sure you guys aren't monsters? I wonder if I triggered the device. Why would you get caught in the device? The shield is very sophisticated. It will stop spirits as well as monsters. Is that a pet of yours? Uh-oh. I'm not a damn pet! Jack and I are... Handpen and I are partners. Can we come in? Then hold him deep inside your pocket and step through. That way you won't trigger the device. That is, if you're not a monster. If you are, you'll be stopped again. Well, alrighty, let's go in. And I guess we passed the test. Yay. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and save, because I actually haven't in a while, as you will see in a moment. And I guess what I really should be doing is saving on multiple slots like I do with most of my games. I just hadn't been doing it for this game because, well, the whole thing with saving and doing a Let's Play is if your Let's Play ends up botching and you've saved over it, then you're kind of screwed. So, anyway, it's definitely a good idea if you're doing this sort of thing to do multiple save spots just in case things happen to go awry. Alright, anyway, talk to you again. Oh crap, abductions? That's not good, but they come back. That is good. Okay, well, anyway, so move on and let's go ahead and see what this town has in store for us here. Goodies and such. In a little bit, still be a rather reasonable amount of time, but in not too long from now, we're actually going to have a way to make this whole searching for stuff a lot easier. But for now, we just have to do it the old-fashioned way. The far north and in the forest to the east, i.e. the L pyramids. There is an L pyramid, of course, that we just came out of, and there's another one going to our next destination after this. That joint dimension thingy. Okay, well, yeah, the abductions is going to be a pretty big topic around here, and you see pretty much everybody is sitting there, well, that's all they're really talking about is, hey, these people are getting abducted and then they're coming back. Yeah, okay, yeah, we already talked about the whole amnesia stuff. Now, you see they've got treasure chests there, and you're going to see them scattered around the rest of the town that you can't get to yet. You will be able to get to them a little bit later, just not quite yet. It'll come in due time. I don't think I've checked to see if there's anything in here except an inn and a refill spot, so we're good. Alright, so let's see, head up here and... Okay, Sacred Beast. Oh, that's a nice name. Probably named after the Guardian. Yeah, that would make some sense, I suppose. I mean, you would figure, yeah. If there's a Guardian that protects the town, it'd be a good idea to name something after him, I suppose. Alright, looks like you've got another treasure chest here that we can't get to. The Cage Tower is used to capture monsters. Okay, well that, incidentally, is where we're going to be going next. But we can't go there just yet. Now, if you try to go up here, Doggy's going to block you. If you try again, Doggy's still going to block you. Now, say, hey, why can't I just go behind here and get it? Well, if you go back behind here, Doggy is still gonna block you, so nope, sorry, no treasure yet. We do have, though, a few crest graphs to spare, which I believe is over this way. Well, yeah, over there. But first, I don't think there's really anything we need to pick up in terms of weapons and armor, because we did that in Baskar. But let's take a look and see anyway. Okay, no, I mean, we do, but I don't have the money for it. So I'm going to stick with what I've got for now. And if I do end up getting more money, I believe the next destination after this has the same stuff. Because, as a matter of fact, oh, hey, we hadn't heard that name in a bit, Calamity Jane. I was abducted at the time, damn it. Oh well, okay. Anyway, so I believe that they have the same stuff because, as it turns out, you don't have to do this in this order. You can, in fact, go into that L transporter that they talked about to the east, and if you do that, you can actually go to the next destination, which is Port Timney, by the way, before you go to this one. Okay, they mentioned the Kingdom of Arctica, and we've seen it a couple of other times, people talking about the fall of Arctica, but we haven't really gone into that much. That'll be something we'll go into a good bit later in the game, just not right now. Alright, so I've got a few crest graphs. I'm going to go ahead and put them together here. And the first thing I'm going to do is probably a spell I should have gotten in the first place, which is getting out of dungeons quickly. So let's go ahead and bind that one up. And I'm pretty good with the name. It's called Escape. I'm good with that one, so I'll just stick with that. Let's see. I think I've gotten all... No, I haven't gotten all the elements. Okay, let me go ahead and grab Earth. And they call it Break, which I think is a perfectly silly name. So I'm going to take that off and call it... And I know Quake is not quite the Earth spell that you generally see, but it's one of them, so I'm going to go ahead and stick with that. And one more thing that I am going to pick up... Let's see. Yeah, one more thing I'm going to pick up is Thunder. You don't see that listed in the diagonal because it's a little bit off, but we've already had some enemies that are weak to Thunder, so you might want to pick that up. Now, I'm going to rename it Lightning because, as you will see, it is not a sound, it's the bolts, so it's... Oh god, look at me, almost misspell it. Go college education. Alright, let's try that again, shall we? There we go. Okay. Fortunately, even if I had screwed up, I could have gone ahead and renamed it, but oh well. Anyway, so we've got that, and I'm not really eager to upgrade my arm just yet. We're actually going to be picking up a new arm in the Cage Tower, so I want to wait till we get that before we do any upgrading. Did I already check you guys? I guess I did. Okay. Alright, let's see. No, I don't want to go in there just yet. I want to see if there's stuff, and then go in there. Nope, no stuff. Okay. So we can actually go to Port Timney before we go to Saint Centour if you want to. Now, I generally don't. I mean, obviously I'm not here, but I mean, I generally like to stick with the way that the story kind of, I would say, sort of intends itself to be, and honestly, I think it actually goes a little bit better if you take this route. Now, if you choose to do the other route, that's perfectly fine. I mean, obviously, no, whatever, you can play the game how you wish. I just choose to do it this way. Okay, the duplicator, which I don't think we've gotten one of those yet. Now, you may have remembered that door that was in Adelheid Castle. Those can be opened with duplicators. So we'll be on the lookout for those definitely, and no, I don't have one. But we'll definitely be on the lookout for those as we go around the towns and the different places of Filgaia. Alright, what's up here? Gato! Hello, Gato! Let me through! No, let me through, Gato! Oh, well, guess not. Okay. Alright, what do you have to say, sleeping sir? Yep, well, we know that already. A magic device immobilizes the monster. Boy, that'd be sweet. Really? It's like a giant cage, and it's called Cage Tower. Wow, great, nice. Very, very high intellect there, buddy. Okay, so we've gotten pretty much everything over here, and let's check and see if there's anything in the barrels over this way. I don't think there is, but no, okay. Alright, so we've already made the rounds of pretty much the whole town, so let's go ahead and go down here, make our way back around to the front area, because, well, we've got a statue to look at, or try to look at anyway, and we've also got somebody else that we need to meet. Yeah, okay. Again, same story as most of the rest of the people. Being abducted, but then it not being a problem. Get out of my way, doggy. Get out. Get! Doggy! Alright, fine, I'll come back later. Alright, so, move down here, and we've got a couple more houses. We've got Mr. Hattie Man here. 30% of the population's been abducted. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, now this guy's gonna give us the key to get into the door for Cage Tower. So if you had tried to get in before this, well, no dice. Sure, let's go. Give me the key. Give me the key. All right. Don't try to look inside someone's diary. Oh, darn it. Oh, well. Curiosity is not rewarded yet. Okay, yeah, we know that. All right. Now move up here. And I don't think there's much in the way of houses. We have the chapel here, just in case. Let me grab a couple of things, see if there's anything over here, and talk to... Oh, there's nothing over here. Great. Talk to you. What are you doing here? Well, hey, at least y'all know this is important. I mean, goodness, the folks at Mount Zenom didn't really seem to do much of anything. Ha! All right, good. My diligence paid off. Drat you, doggy. All right. Now, we can't see the statue, but we can go down here and meet a rather unique little girl who, as it turns out, will have a place much, much later in the game. I'm sorry, I was injured as a child. I'm blind. Due to my impairment, I can tell bad people from good by the sound of their voice. Wow. And I know they talk about your senses being enhanced. If you lose one, your others are enhanced to compensate, but wowee. You're very virtuous, but you're also easily hurt. And you can switch your characters, and she'll basically say the same sorts of things. So, let's see what it says about Rudy. You're a nice person, but you've had many bitter experiences. And then, of course, see Cecilia here. Now, this little girl is named Aura, or at least that's the official name for her. And as I mentioned, we'll see her again much later in the game because she will play a very small role in a side quest that we'll be doing. You're a strong woman, but you haven't reached your full potential yet. Okay, well, there you go. And that pretty much takes care of everything we need to do here in Saint Centour. We've gotten all the stuff, I think. We've gotten some new Crestcraft stuff. We don't have enough money to really go hog wild on the equipment, but that's actually okay for now because we can do that a little bit later in Port Timney. So let's go ahead and head out of here and make our way over to the Cage Tower. And try not to run into the dude that's wandering around just amnesiac, I guess. Alright, Cage Tower is right over in this direction. I'd cut that battle out because it did actually have an enemy that we will be facing in here, but I want to introduce them in the context of the Cage Tower, so I'd slice that one out. Alright, so head in here, and let's go see what we can find. And since we have the key plate, let's go ahead and use that and open this sucker up. Now this is basically pretty much a giant maze, again, like we'll see with a lot of the places we need to go. Now, because of that, you've got the different staircases, just go up them and hit switches so that you can progress further into the tower, and then just move along from there. So let's go, I think we need to go this way first. Alrighty, these actually are the enemies I fought a couple of minutes ago. These are the Hellhounds. So they hit pretty hard. You notice my party's a little bit fatigued from that battle, but just go ahead and go after them, and let's try out that new lightning spell that we've got. Now, lightning hits a group, but again, they're organized one per group, so nah. Like I've mentioned earlier, silly grouping in Wild Arms, I don't quite get it, but that's just me. Alright, you see, actually they hit pretty hard. So if you're, well, playing like I am and you're a little bit maybe under-moneyed, you might want to be careful. Use pretty frequent applications of that cure spell or heal berries or whatever you end up having. Alright, so go ahead and do that, and I'm also going to try out Quake if Jack doesn't kill this guy first, and probably will. Yep, okay. Ta-ta, see you later. Alrighty, so that's the first enemies that we're going to see in here in the cage tower. And just move on. I think we need to go up to the top first. Yeah, treasure. Haha. Hey, there we go. Crisscraft. That's always nice. Alright, so go back down here, and I'm going to go down the staircase this way. Okay, we had more hellhounds there, so it turns out I piddled around a little bit with that quake spell. It's pretty effective against those things. Alright, so now head back upstairs and we will continue on. Let's gallivant over this direction here. And we have more hellhounds, who are weak to ice, by the way. So head over this direction and we're going to make our way towards this other staircase here, which has fortunately already been opened down, I guess. Thought it went up, it goes down. And another set of hellhounds. Hooray! I'm getting a little bit weakened, so I'll go ahead and heal up real quick. Alright, now, let me go ahead and head upstairs here. And, well, yay, more staircases. How exciting. Head down this way, and we're going to get to a point where you need to be careful because these suckers will start falling. Fortunately, though, if you just walk across them, you should be okay. And in fact, at some point in it, it actually is better to walk than to run past them, or run through them, rather. You see this again up here. Hooray. This is where we find, alright, new shield, a bullet clip, and if we switch to Rudy, a new arm, the prism laser. Now, let me go ahead and take a look at that real quick. You see the prism laser, attack is 10, so we're going to need to upgrade that. But it is the first group arm that we have. So, just like the Sonic Buster for Jack, if you've got a big group of enemies, you can use this and it will at least help you out. Alright, let's see. And that shield I think was for, whoops, not that one. It was for Rudy. Yeah, okay. Alright, so, moving on. Uh-oh, crap, don't fall. Okay. Whew. And we get another one. Yay. This is one of those, though, where you really don't want to take off and dash, because if you do, you're gonna kind of fall off and be in trouble. You also want to work your way around this way, because you have to hit the switches to drop these barriers so that you can continue on and hit other switches to drop other barriers and be able to make it through. So just wind your way around and you should be in good shape. Alright, I think we're gonna have some more enemies here. And not only do we have more enemies, we have the new enemy, the larva. So I'll go ahead and apply my trait against that one. As I mentioned, Hellhound's weak against ice, so let's go ahead and use that against him. I think when I get to another new enemy, because there is at least one more new enemy type that we're going to see, if not two, I'll probably go ahead and show off the Quake spell to you, so you can see what it's like to get very earthy. But this guy, well, actually, I may just go ahead and do it now. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and see Quake in action, since we haven't yet, and watch the larva attack. And fortunately, Jack was defending, so it didn't hurt too badly. But there's Quake for you, and that'll do it. The larva be dead, and Jack be leveled. Alright. And sorry about the pirate talk there, that just kind of came to me. Alright, so moving on, dash your way up here, and we find, yay, more stairs. I mean, imagine a tower having lots of floors. Woo! Alright. Oh, that way. Okay, we had another larva hellhound combo there, so not really a whole lot to write home about. Let's head upstairs here, and we have one more floor where we can just run around all over the place. Of course, we have a save spot up there too. I'm not going to use that quite yet. And then we make our way to this room. Now, we end up seeing this nice little note here. The sun rises from the east and sets in the west. The sun rises from the east again to light the path for the insecure. That is a hint for what you need to do down here. 3 staircases, and if you keep taking the wrong ones, it's basically just going to take you up and down infinitely, and you'll cycle back around to those doors where you kind of get to try again. But sun rises in the east, sets in the west, and rises in the east again, and we have an open staircase. So head up here, gallivant down this way, where we find 3 treasure chests. The goat doll. Ooh, okay, and new enemies. We have the tail moose. Okay, tail moose maybe? I don't know. Anyway, go after these guys, and I'm gonna spit fire at them and see if that works too well. Infrasonic. Oh, that, okay. Ow. Oh, well, not too bad. That's certainly not any worse than some of the stuff that we've seen already. Come on, fiery goodness. Light them up. And I did okay. Ow. Ow. Wow, definitely. Holy crap. Okay. Well, you want them to use that infrasonic. Whew, good lord. I didn't think it was going to hit that hard. Wow, okay. Anyway, actually, one thing we haven't done while I think about it is use Prism Ray. And these two are both together, so let's go ahead and apply that. Then, alright, let's try... Let's see, we tried fire. Let's try ice, I guess. Watch Jack do away with one of them, so much for the group dynamic, I guess. And then ice is its weakness, but it didn't kill it. So, maybe if Rudy doesn't kill it with counterattack, we can see Prism Ray. There we go. So group attack, and like I mentioned, it's a bit on the weak side for now, but we'll power it up so it can be a good group attack from now on out. Okay, we have one more enemy in this. It doesn't look like we're actually going to see it while we're fighting here. So, if not, and I'll open up and get the rest of my goat dolls here. These goat dolls, by the way, is a big giant hint for what's to come. So, hang on to them and go upstairs here. We've got one more room, it looks like. Well, one more staircase, I suppose. Or more staircases. Nah. Like I said, tower, lots of floors. Big surprise, I guess. Alright, but yeah, that's it. Okay, we actually are not going to see that new enemy here because we haven't run across him yet. But that enemy is the Decarabia, and I'll go ahead and show the stats there just in case you're playing along and you want to see some information on him. Now, what you want to do before this battle is equip those goat dolls. Why? Because the goat doll sacrifices to keep your butt alive, and we don't have a revive spell yet. We will later, but not yet. So, go ahead and equip the goat dolls on everybody. Ignore the fact that it's taking stats away. That's not going to matter. What's going to matter is trying to survive this guy and not get your butt kicked. So, alright, I think that should be pretty good. I believe everything's ready to go. So, let's go up here and see what we can find. Next time on Wild Arms, we will climb the ladder, actually, because I don't want to fight a boss battle and it take another 20 minutes. And we will see what we have up the top of Cage Tower. So thank you guys for joining me, and I will see y'all later.